Why is it always about race with black people? You guys are only 17% of the population, but you commit the most crimes. You kill yourselves more than anyone, and you want sympathy. Let's break this down, because every time I hear this shit, it shows the complete stupidity of those who speak it. Let's use the United States Census data, something you can't argue with. The number of people who identify as white, one race, not mixed, as of 2017, 197,285,202. Ironically, that's actually 2 million less white people from 2009. Now, I've heard some white males were worried about being phased out. Maybe they're right. 2 million is a pretty big number of people to go missing. So if you're an undercover black nationalist and you happen to have a white wife and mixed children with her, then your plan to slowly eliminate the white race is working. I'm joking. Or maybe I'm not. But that's the kind of shit I've heard white supremacists say. More racism that you hear as a black guy, mind you. But back to the census, children. The number of blacks in this country, 40,129,593. The margin of error in that number is a little over 66,000. So that means that's how off the number may be. I'm not even done, but smart folks will see where this is going, because that's a lot of black people. And yet we commit the most crime, huh? Let's go further. Same census data, same page. FactFinder, census.gov. Scroll down to educational attainment, high school graduate. Whites over 25 years and older who have high school diplomas. The number, 143,648,000. Their high school diploma percentage is 92.9%. For black people, 25 years and older, there were 25,816,000 who have high school diplomas. Quick recap now. 40 million black people in America, representing a supposedly 17% as a whole. And of that 40 million, over 25 million of that number are black people 25 years and older with a high school diploma. Keep in mind that older includes my black old ass. Blacks have a high school diploma percentage of 86%, damn near equal to people who identify as white. Now, 86% means we have 14% missing. These are people who have less than a high school diploma. I'm not making it up, it's right there on the same page, 14%. Take it from someone from a bad neighborhood. The people that don't get a diploma are usually the ones that are more likely going to do crime. It's not a black thing, it's the fact that no one can get very far without a fucking high school diploma or GED, unless you got a job hookup from your family. Over 40 million blacks in America. Over half of them, 25 million, have high school diplomas. Here's a newsflash. These are not your criminals. And in case you say, well, what about those below the age of 25 years old? What, the other 15 or so million? Those are people from newborn to 24 years. You can't get a diploma until you're about 17, unless you're some Einsteinian motherfucker. So it makes sense that the census doesn't care about the other half. Look, unless you're in a real fucked up country, black children, and children in general, aren't committing crimes at a high rate. Lastly, there were 37 million blacks in the United States in 2009 versus 40 million in 2017. You guys got it wrong. Blacks don't kill each other like crazy. We have babies like crazy. If we killed each other so much, the numbers wouldn't grow. They would decrease. Stop trying to win the argument because the theory or narrative of black people do most of the crimes is complete and utter bullshit. Apparently, we are too busy working in different fields to have the time for crime. After all, according to this data, 60% of us are in the labor force. Same number as whites. But oh shit, let's look at crime. Let's look at the crime black people do so much. According to the Pew Research Center, pretty reputable, as of 2016, there are 439,000 whites in prison versus 486,000 blacks. This data is for people sentenced over 1 year, mind you. That's important. These are cats doing some real time, which means they did some real crime. These numbers are out of a total of 1,458,000 prisoners in the United States. It doesn't include the local jails, You know, those places where a black woman can die and nobody knows how it happened. Anyway, the new numbers actually show a 17% decrease in black inmates. Would you look at that? Turns out, whites are doing crime damn near as much as blacks. And yet, the fact that white folks feel threatened by blacks, or believe we do the most crime, is stereotypical and rooted in racist teachings. And the media showing black people at their worst. The facts are that government statistics pretty much prove a point that black people have been saying for the longest. There is no such thing as black on black crime. There's only crime. And people do crime. As a matter of fact, the late and great Dick Gregory said it best. You kill where you live. Why is it all about race with black people? Ask yourself a question if you're white. Haven't you seen little white kids who have nannies and babysitters who are black or other ethnicities? These people of color are close to these children during their formative years. These children know the different color of human beings, and they know them as caregivers, people who care about them, who feed them when mommy or daddy isn't around. White America, at what age do you teach your children to be scared of blacks? I'm so fucking curious about that. I swear it's not a rhetorical question. It's just that I've yet to see a child born hateful. But I have seen how you can teach a child to hate and even be willing to die for that hate. Still want to ask, why is it all about race with black folks?